was amazing, right? It was an amazing place. I was sitting on this dining table with a couple of the other coaches, and Josh and Danelle had got us to do our goals. Go through our goals step by step. He gets us to focus on a lot, right? And so we were going through, and we're in this beautiful, this mansion, this old school mansion. Outside, it's just snowing. And I remember just thinking, how does this all come together? How did I get here? And I remember when you called me up, or you might have texted me. I can't remember, but I was just like, wait, what? and I fucking bought that ticket before I was off the phone.
I was sitting there with Jess because we were actually out that night doing a little Sunday Fun Day. If you guys never been to Houston for a Sunday Fun Day, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But those of you who are there, right? Yeah, it's not. So we're sitting out there. I'm kind of having some drinks. I'm smoking some hookah. I'm feeling pretty good. And I just literally just started message him and invited him out there. And he's like, I already bought my ticket. And my wife, Jess, goes to me. She's like, you haven't even talked to Josh about it. I'm like, he'll be good with it. Don't worry about it. I'll sell him on the idea. And it's so funny because what happened was that, Simon bought his ticket. He didn't know any of this, right? And then I called Josh and I said, hey, Josh, I kind of invited Simon to be out there. And I started selling Josh. He was like, I was waiting for you to do that. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to do that. He's like, that's the right thing to do. And I was like, geez, it just goes to show you how, when you surround yourself, people great minds think alike, right? And then you start getting into that, element, you start getting into that mindset where everybody is just on cue, doing the same things, thinking the same way, taking the same kind of actions.
I mean, I still remember, and I'll never forget this, I'll take this to the grave. We were literally sitting around this, we were in this, that place was amazing, right? It was an amazing place. I was sitting on this dining table with a couple of the other coaches, and Josh and Danelle had got us to do our goals. Go through our goals step by step. He gets us to focus on a lot, right? And so we were going through, and we're in this beautiful, this mansion, this old school mansion. Outside, it's just snowing. And I remember just thinking, how does this all come together? How did I get here? And I mean, it takes me back to, every time I try and pick this guy's brain. Every time I talk to him, I try and pick Josh's brain. Every time I talk to him, and I think that the more that we get to, be around those types of people, be around people that are bringing us up, that are trying to push us along, that are trying to keep us motivated. One person that pushes me harder than anyone is my wife, and thank goodness, because I need it. But if she wasn't like that, maybe I wouldn't be here and here today. I just think that sometimes we need to make sure we're surrounding ourselves with the right people. I know Danelle's mentioned this before, and I agree. We've all had friends, we've all had family in some cases that want to keep pulling us back. And when you start to surround yourself with people like Hal and people like those other guys, the Grants, the Shawns, the Sohails, I mean, things just start changing. Things just start changing really, really, really fast. And so.
Let me show you what a good
there you go.
Let me show you what a good sales guy looks like. Look at that. Look at that.
Hey guys.
That's the biggest deal I ever closed in my life, right there.
Yeah, that must have taken all of your skill.
A lot of years of work.
Yeah. But and it all starts with putting yourself out there. And Hal mentioned. I used my last few bucks to get into BAM, and then I used my last few bucks to get to BAM Jam, and then I used my last few bucks. In fact, I opened a credit card to get in Australia to get into SOSA. I remember coming up to you and saying, I need to, can I have a couple of days to get you there? To get you there?
Yeah.
I opened a credit card in Australia, and I just made it happen. I mean,
and look at them now. So let's take a look at now, Simon. Where you sit. I actually, before Josh got on live, I seen Simon out here talking with a client, a prospect, something else, working some deal, always in the mix. So kind of where's your business at now?
So right now, I would say I'm sitting at about, my reoccurring seems to just fluctuate a lot. When I sell a few websites, it always goes, up and down. But my reoccurring from monthly repayments or monthly retainers is about 22.
Yeah.
22 grand.
Yeah.